F. Unfortunately, my monetization gets affected when I'm using those swear words F and sh. So sadly, I'll have to censor myself a little bit because of YouTube's oppressive approach. Because I wanna earn also, yes, from this. But the previous reading session was very, uh, mm, let's call it heartfelt with all those words. Yeah, it was not censored, so you can go there, listen to the previous live, the previous chapter, and enjoy all those swear words. So today I'll just say f for the F word and sh for the other word. So yeah, let's continue. This is a total mind F. Okay, but prior to that, I read an important part last time. It's in bold. So I'll read it here again so that we just uh, get the most important thing, yeah? The desire for more positive experience is itself a negative experience, okay? Again, I repeat, the desire for more positive experience is itself a negative experience. Okay? And paradoxically, the acceptance of one's negative experience is itself a positive experience. Again, and paradoxically, the acceptance of one's negative experience is itself a positive experience. Okay? This is a total mind F. So I'll give you a minute to pretzel your brain and maybe read that again. Wanting positive experience is a negative experience. Accepting negative experience is a positive experience. It's what the philosopher Alan Watts used to refer to as the backwards law. The idea that the more you pursue feeling better all the time, the less satisfied you become, as pursuing something only reinforces the fact that you lack it in the first place. The more you desperately want to be rich, the more poor and unworthy you feel, regardless of how much money you actually make. The more you desperately want to be sexy and desired, the uglier you come to see yourself, regardless of your actual physical appearance. It's a bit sad, but no, it's not the Bible, tiny me. It's the subtle art of not giving a f. Yeah, because of YouTube censorship, I have to, not pronounce those words because my monetization gets affected, sadly. Thanks for the likes, guys. Everyone like and comment because it helps. Okay, the more you desperately want to be happy and loved, the lonelier and more afraid you become, regardless of those who surround you. The more you want to be spiritually enlightened, the more self centered and shallow you become in trying to get there. It's sad, but we need to think around this. It's important. I have those desires too. Yeah, I wanna look better, get fit and stuff, and I'm going to do that. Like healthy living. Yeah, it's important. But I think there is something to consider in these ideas. It's like this one time I tripped on acid, and it felt like the more I walked toward the house, the farther away the house got from me. And yes, I just used my LSD hallucinations to make a philosophical point about happiness. No F's given. As the existential philosopher Albert Camus said, and I'm pretty sure he wasn't on LSD at the time, you will never be happy if you continue to search for what happiness consists of. You will never live if you are looking for the meaning of life. Or put more simply, don't try. Now, I know what you're saying. Mark, This is making my nipples all hard. But what about the camera I've been saving up for? What about the beach body I've been starving myself for? After all, I paid a lot of money for that ad machine. What about the big house on the lake I've been dreaming of? If I stop giving a f about those things, well, then I'll never achieve anything. I don't want that to happen, do I? So glad you asked. Ever notice that sometimes when you care less about something, you do better at it? Notice how it's often the person who is the least invested in the success of something that actually ends up achieving it. Notice how sometimes when you stop giving a everything seems to fall into place. Well, I don't really agree with this point, but let's continue. What's with that? What's interesting about the backwards law is that it's called backwards for a reason. Not giving a works in reverse. If pursuing the positive is a negative, then pursuing the negative generates the positive. A bit doubtful. The pain you pursue in the gym results in better all around health and energy. Oh, well, that makes sense. Again, I'll read that again, okay? The pain you pursue in the gym results in better all around health and energy. Okay, okay. The failures in business are what leads to a better understanding of what's necessary to be successful. Okay, this makes sense too. Being open with your insecurities paradoxically makes you more confident and charismatic around others. The pain of honest confrontation is what generates the greatest trust and respect in your relationships. Suffering through your fears and anxieties is what allows you to build courage and perseverance. Yeah, okay, now I get his point. Yeah. Seriously, I could keep going, but you get the point. Everything worthwhile in life is won through surmounting the associated negative experience. Any attempt to escape the negative, to avoid it or quash it or silence it, only backfires. The avoidance of suffering is a form of suffering. The avoidance of struggle is a struggle. The denial of failure is a failure. Hiding what is shameful is itself a form of shame. Pain is an inextricable thread in the fabric of life, and to tear it out is not only impossible, but destructive. Attempting to tear it out unravels everything else with it. To try to avoid pain is to give too many F's about pain. Ah, okay. Oh, okay. In contrast, I've been trying this myself, so I'm reading and I'm like, yeah, okay. Well, it kind of resonates with me. It's not comfortable for me, but I think again, he's kind of right. There is some, there are some valid points in these ideas. Yeah, I have to, as a rational human being, I think I have to think over these things and work on myself more. In contrast, if you're able to not give a fuck about the pain, you become unstoppable. In my life, I have given a fuck about many things. I have also not given a fuck about many things. And like the road not taken, it was the fucks not given that made all the difference. Chances are you know somebody in your life who, at one time or another, did not give a fuck and then went on to accomplish amazing feats. Perhaps there was a time in your own life when you simply did not give a fuck and excelled to some extraordinary height. For myself, quitting my day job in finance after only 6 weeks to start an internet business ranks pretty high up there in my own didn't give a fuck Hall of Fame. Same with deciding to sell most of my possessions and move to South America. F's given? None. Just went and did it. These moments of non-fuckery are the moments that most define our lives. The major switch in careers, the spontaneous choice to drop out of college and join a rock band, the decision to finally dump that deadbed boyfriend whom you caught wearing your pantyhose a few too many times. To not give a fuck is to stare down life's most terrifying and difficult challenges and still take action. Oh, yeah, yeah, it makes sense, guys. I don't know what about you, but it resonates with me. I think he has some, he gives us food for thought, you know. And yes, when we exercise, for instance, I view this in a different way. I'm an objectivist. You know, the philosophy of objectivism is a rational, individualist, free market capitalist philosophy. Um, and it's, you know, the pursuit of happiness is something important, but you define that for yourself, what is happiness, you know? And I just understand that for long-term pleasure, short-term discomfort is okay. Like working a few extra hours or minutes on your own things, yes, or experiencing some pain while exercising, it's acceptable. It's like an investment. Yeah, this is how I view these points. So it makes sense, yeah, when we understand the logic of the author. I think it makes a lot of sense, you know. Okay, I think I'll read a bit more till we're done with this chapter. To not give a fuck is to stare down life's most terrifying and difficult challenges and still take action. While not giving a fuck may seem simple on the surface, it's a whole new bag of burritos under the hood. I don't even know what the sentence means, but I don't give a fuck. A bag of burritos sounds awesome, so let's just go with it. Most of us struggle throughout our lives by giving too many F's in situations where F's do not deserve to be given. We give too many F's about the rude gas station attendant who gave us our change in nickels. We give too many F's when a show we liked was cancelled on TV. We give too many F's when our co-workers don't bother asking us about our awesome weekend. Meanwhile, our credit cards are maxed out, our dog hates us, and Junior is snorting meth in the bathroom. Yet we're getting pissed off about nickels and everybody loves Raymond. Look, this is how it works. You're going to die one day. I know that's kind of obvious, but I just wanted to remind you in case you'd forgotten. You and everyone you know are going to be dead soon. And in the short amount of time between here and there, you have a limited amount of F's to give. Very few, in fact. And if you go around giving a F about everything and everyone without conscious thought or choice, well, then you're going to get F'd. Yeah? There is a subtle art to not giving a fuck. And though the concept may sound ridiculous and I may sound like an a-hole, what I'm talking about here is essentially learning how to focus and prioritize your thoughts effectively. How to pick and choose what matters to you and what does not matter to you based on finely honed personal values. This is incredibly difficult. It takes a lifetime of practice and discipline to achieve, and you will regularly fail. But it is perhaps the most worthy struggle one can undertake in one's life. It is perhaps the only struggle in one's life. Because when you give too many F's, when you give a F about everyone and everything, you will feel that you're perpetually entitled to be comfortable and happy at all times, that everything is supposed to be just exactly the F way you want it to be. This is a sickness, and it will eat you alive. You will see every adversity as an injustice, every challenge as a failure, every inconvenience as a personal slight, every disagreement as a betrayal. You will be confined to your own petty, skull sized hell, burning with entitlement and bluster, running circles around your very own personal feedback loop from hell, in constant motion yet arriving nowhere. That's it. That's it. This is strong. It's not pleasant. It's like taking medicine. You may not like the taste of it, but you need it. Yeah, if you want to get better, you need it. You want it. So I think this book is valuable. Maybe that's, one of the reasons it became number one New York Times bestseller. So we'll continue reading the book. If you're not subscribed to my channel, do so. Subscribe to my channel and share these reading sessions so that more people can benefit from these, okay? Also, your likes and comments are precious and valuable. They support my channel. Through those things, through likes, comments, shares, and super likes and donations, you kind of give back. Yes, you get something from me and you can give something back to me so that it's a win-win relationship. Yeah, instead of just only getting, you can also give. Likes, comments, and shares and donations, like super likes, are forms of giving. So I invite you to practice giving as well, apart from only taking as a user. Okay, that's it, guys. Thanks a lot for being with me. High five to y'all, and see you next time.